Welcome back to Blasphemous. This is not the original save file for the playthrough. I actually completed it, video recording wise, but the final two videos involving the last two bosses was ruined. There was no audio recording for whatever reason. So, as you can see, this is an incomplete map. We basically did everything before, so there's just a couple things I want to show off first off. Let me see. Got both of the last bones. Let me see if I can't find them. Trapezoid of Jaeger, unjustly sentenced to the stake by order of Ashcan the Inquisitor. Tyrant Jaeger's family became ashes. Blinded by revenge, he forged a ring with their remains, a ring that is now believed to be cursed. Femur of Karpal the Bounty Hunter, that's it. Karpal, nicknamed the Daring, was a feared bounty hunter at the service of the Bishopric of Custodia. Karpal had a cherished motto: get rid of everything and you'll have nothing to lose. Sounds like an asshole, but he was the cherished bounty hunter. So what we're gonna do, this is a different save file so that I can show off the bosses. I'm actually going to fight Isidora, the Chantress of the Dead. I've defeated her on New Game Plus, hilariously. That was the first time, ironically, that I bested her, was a New Game Plus. Now, this guy is totally covered up. He'll say something like, now they can watch over me, and you get no reward for the last two. If you bring him the last two bones, he doesn't give you Tears of Atonement or anything. He just gets covered in ash like an ass. Like an asshole. Anyway, we're going to show off now Isidora. Now, Isidora is one of the DLC bosses and is required to defeat for the third ending of the game, which is the DLC ending. As you can see, I didn't even get everything. I don't need it all. I just need a few things. I'll do that while I'm talking. Basically, all you need to complete the third ending of the game, the DLC ending, is to defeat Isidora and defeat Serpus. But you need to talk to Perpetua before you defeat Isidris on the Bridge of the Three Cavalries. The map's not available here. Basically, once you do that, she gives you an item that you show to him. He can then be found at the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrows, and he will give you an extra item. You do a little bit more questing, and you can unlock a third ending to the game. Now, I'm not going to be showing off the third ending. I'm going to be showing off the second ending. There's three endings. There's the incomplete ending, the complete ending, and the DLC ending. Now, the complete ending requires that you defeat all of the Confessor statues and get the Custodia of Sin, this item. Once you do that, you can unlock the complete ending. Let me see, what other objects do I want for this? Increase the power of prayers, yes, and then I want fervor generation. Yeah. Excellent. Cool. And then I'll keep the speed. Now, to complete the third ending, I actually do need this item. But, like I said, I'm not going to be showing off the third ending. I might in New Game Plus. It's really hard in New Game Plus. One of the benefits of doing the third ending is that you get to fight the last two bosses with an additional phase. They each get an additional phase. I won't be showing that off, except maybe in New Game Plus, maybe in a separate video. For now, though, we're going to fight Isidora. Now, the best prayer for this is this one, Sarabanda of the Safe Haven. But to do this, you need to get it through other means. Basically, you have to not have used Viridiana, the healer, in any of the three fights, and then you get it after fighting Crisanta. I won't be doing that. I won't be using it just because I think we didn't get it in the original playthrough yet, so I'm not going to be using it. Instead, what I'm going to be using is probably something like Toronto, I think. Yeah. But that Zarabond is probably the best prayer for this. Now, I'm probably going to be quiet for this because this is a really hard fight. Bullshit. You missed me. I pressed the block button, game. I don't know if you register that. Man, I kind of fucked that one up a little bit. I couldn't have avoided that one. I may have been able to, but nah, I didn't. Fine, just keep attacking. I'm not even trying to dodge anymore. Oh, by the way, that heart that destroys projectiles does not destroy her fireballs. They just don't. Why? I don't know. Because this boss is a little bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Whoever designed this one may not consider that the game needs to be beatable in any way. Ah, there we go. Oh my god. That's it. I have shown off every boss except for the last ones. Holy moly. Now it's time to fight the last two bosses. And for our troubles, we get the severed right eye of the traitor and a skin, which I'm currently wearing, I think. Severed right eye of the traitor. An eyeball of solid gold that adorned the scythe of Isidora, the singer of the dead, condemned to an eternity of deep-rooted darkness. The melted face of the traitor was also robbed of his eyes, for he had seen too much. The lady of the ossuary was charged to watch over him. and the bones that used to sing with her found a new tomb in the darkest of corners. Wow. And there's nothing to the right. But that's it. We didn't even get any Tears of Atonement for that. We just got the severed right eye. So you need the other eye from beating Serpus down in the salty area. What's it called? Salton something. Salton Sanctuary. I don't know. Whatever the case, that's where you need to be for it. Now, you would do a little bit more questing involving the Library of the Negated Words and the Keybearer there. But we're not too concerned about all that because we are going for the complete ending rather than the DLC ending. Once again, I'm not going to be showing off the DLC ending except maybe a New Game Plus, where it's really hard. Honestly, Crisanta gets stupidly hard in New Game Plus, especially with that second phase on the way. Which, if you're like, who the hell is Crisanta? Well, I'm about to show her off. Let's put on... Honestly, none of these are good against her. Absolutely none of them. None that I've been able to find. Sede Dolorosa, maybe?
Penitent one in sleeplessness, carrying the guilty sword, you have committed the most serious crimes against the Mother and her saints, against the miracle and its outbreaks. We have been entrusted with putting an end to your mission. I, Crisanta in penance, excommunicate you, expel you, execrate you, with the blessing of our miracle of the greatest pain. And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.
Alright, so let's fight Crisanta, who looks a lot like us, actually. She's not the hardest. She honestly gets way too much health in New Game Plus. So if you break her parry like that, she'll immediately attack, and then you can parry her right back. I'm okay with taking a little bit of shift damage if I can just keep wailing on her. So like I said, this chick gets a second phase. You can block these, by the way. You don't have to dodge them. She gets a second phase if you're going for the DLC ending. Oh, I didn't block in time. You want to block, like, immediately after. Ooh, I blocked that one. I've gotten a lot of practice fighting this chick. She is relatively difficult if you don't know what you're doing. She also doesn't give a lot of chances to heal. Yeah, like so. I'm gonna heal here. Can't do that again. Okay, I feel like I pressed the block button. Ah, I tried to dodge that one. So you can block that one, but that wave effect will just hit you again. Ah, like me jumping into it. I've sort of lost my rhythm now. That's 90% of these games is rhythm. You done, son. Get the fajibas out of here. Now, she would have a second phase after this, where she's just basically the same, but harder.
Purge my soul, bitten by the mirror.
I didn't mean to skip her. So you can try to execute her here, or just spare her. There is no difference. It doesn't affect your ending. I think if you execute her, you can't get the complete ending. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I've gotten the complete ending, even though I've tried to execute her before. It just doesn't matter, unfortunately. Instead, we just continue on our way. Ooh, this is looking a lot like final boss time, and it really is. Now, you would meet Viridiana down there, and she would give you the Zarabanda. Yeah. It's a great spell, Song that blessed the walls of the sacred rooms convenes an incorporeal shield that damages enemies and destroys some projectiles. Our relief comes from pain. Our relief comes from punishment. Our relief has no forgiveness. Our relief has no salvation. Hence why I'm intoning this song. That's why I grieve in my heart. Alright, what do we want for this? We want protection against magical effects. Let's get rid of this. I probably didn't need that one on anyway. Great protection against magical effects. Keep that one, I like it. Honestly, this is a great setup anyway. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. If you want to, you can drop the wheel for something else. Like I said, there would be a lot more here. The seashell is actually pretty good for this. We want to increase the power of prayers, and we want to be able to get more fervor. Is there anyone I would like to drop? You know what we're actually gonna do? We're gonna get rid of the reduced dodging cooldown, just because it won't help us as much here. Even though that's probably my favorite overall, it won't really help us here. But it's time for final boss time.
I heard your footsteps coming closer. In my dreams, I tried to talk to you and introduce myself. Guardian of the miracle and of the miracle banner, with great pain, I carry the emblem of the Father. I am the hands of bloodied skin. I am the eyes from which our mother gazes. But nothing I know of you, apart from your cold, nameless visage, apart from your calloused and wounded hands, apart from the mourning of your deaths. No, I know nothing of you, only the miracle knows. Now may your sword full of guilt with mine of gold collide. Let them hurt and march in procession. I curse you forever in name. I bless you forever in death.
Boom! Oh, really? As you can see, we do a lot of damage to him. We're gonna kick his ass. Alright, so this is basically all he does. I'm not too worried about the damage he deals. We already got him down to half. These are slightly hard to dodge. Don't worry about the green smoke they leave behind. Maybe they were meant to do damage once upon a time, but they don't anymore. Now these fireballs hurt, though. Every time he shows up, just do that. Just slide stab him. And boom! Wow, that was easy. We done diddly did it. We beat the game. No, we didn't. We didn't.
Now you see me awoken as the son of the true miracle.
And the ash covers the field and reveals the truth. Actually, no, we're not gonna heal yet. He's fucking huge! So he's going to be doing magics while his sword flies around. Simply put, hit the sword. Hit the sword, avoid the lightning, avoid all the magic shit. Oh, come on, I jumped over that. And then, easy damage on him is to use Toronto. Look at that damage. Almost killed him. So with Toronto, this is much easier. Oh shit, this is gonna be... Ugh. Can I do it in one cycle? Yes, I can! Boom!
You have freed His Holiness from his afflicted torment. And now he walks by the old processions on the other side of the dream. The cradle of the grievous miracle, the final relic. The grail of blood and gold that emanated from the forehead of the Father as he silently lamented the moment of his blessed twisting. That first relic is here, at the top of the Ashen Mountain, next to the turned throne where His Holiness was kissed by a miraculous pain. And now, your final communion with the miracle awaits. Only you will be able to know how much of it has seeped into your guilty heart. Thus came the moment of final communion with the sword born of guilt. A last sacrifice in order to finish penance and break off with the ungodly will of the grievous miracle. But the plans of the miracle are capricious. Penance never ends, but changes, hurts, and condemns at will. There is no place for the penitent one on the other side of the dream. His place is here among us. He is the new Father and the last Son of the miracle. Recipient of our prayers forever and ever.
And that's it. That's Blasphemous. We done did it. We beat the game. God, what is there even to say about this game? Fantastic. Just fantastic. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Metroidvanias ever. And that's something considering the fact that I love Metroid and Castlevania. This one is just fantastic, especially with all the updates. So much work was put into this game post-release with the free DLCs that are 100% worth it. You have to be a New Game Plus to do the other DLCs, but just I mean, what is there to say about this game? It's just insanely good. We're gonna speed it up a little bit because there's a lot of names and there's a lot of credits to go through. I mean, a lot of credits. But look at all the people who worked on this game who did a just fantastic job. This is probably my I don't know. This is like one of my favorite games to have come out in the last few years. And Blasphemous 2, I'm having a good time with it. I think originally my plan was to go through it blind for the channel, but after considering it, I decided to go through it and put it up. Sort of Blasphemous 1 style. It'll be a while before that one comes up, and it'll probably be a while before I do the New Game Plus playthrough of this game. But I want to say, just a blast. Just a blast doing this playthrough. When it comes to the story, what I think happens is that there was this force, this sort of divine force unleashed upon Custodia called the Grievous Miracle. And it, like, caused people to change. Maybe it blessed here, maybe it cursed here. Let's slow it down slightly. And it was never quite clear why. So people would do anything and everything to show penance, to show reverence, all to try and gain the miracle's sort of benefits, rather than its curses. But its curses and its benefits could sometimes be almost impossible to separate. It was like differentiate. That's a better word for it. Like Sirocco, who prayed to take on the pains of all people, so she was left in eternal suffering, unable to die. Kirsay was burned at the stake, but he survived, constantly aflame, always in pain. But he survived. You know, that was acts of the miracle. So what happens at the end is the penitent one breaks off Custodia from the will of the Grievous Miracle by becoming the last son of the miracle. He's the last act of penance before the miracle. But the miracle is never truly satisfied. And although Custodia may be saved for now, the Grievous Miracle is far from done with it. And that's why there's a Blasphemous 2. We're going to show off... I would either play the game. You know what? Never mind. Just play the game. Play the game, support these incredible developers, and see for yourself the other two endings. I might show off Ending 3, New Game Plus. It's really, really hard to get because Crisanta is actually stupidly hard in New Game Plus, especially with the second phase. Even with all the practice I've had fighting her, she just does so much damage and takes no damage. Especially as the fight goes on in New Game Plus, it just gets harder and harder to damage her, and I've had a lot of trouble with her. But we'll see. We'll see, you know. We'll see if I showed off. Maybe I'll just make another new game and play through it and show off the ending. Yeah. This has been Blasphemous. Just support this developer. And finally, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for enjoying this fantastic game with me. Been a complete, absolute blast. I know there was that huge hiatus. I'll be putting up a video as to why I was gone for so long, for months and months. Yeah, there's not really anything else to say. This has been Blasphemous, and look at all these people. I mean, look at all these people who helped through the, that actually almost makes me sick to look at. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Now you can really not tell what's happening. Just all these people who helped make the game happen through Kickstarter. When the game first came out, it had a few problems. So much work went into making the game after post-release. Just support these developers.
And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.
Yep. Crisanta takes the mea culpa from us. Interesting. Does that set us up for Blasphemous 2? I guess we'll find out. We will find out at some point. Now, completing the game, we can ascend. This is the original playthrough, I should say. This is my current playthrough by myself, just hanging around. This is the original YouTube playthrough, which we can ascend through, but I'm not going to right now. If I do, I'm going to save this save file. This is the save file I got just to be able to show off the final bosses. Something we do get for completing a game, we unlock Sacred Sorrows, which is a sort of challenge mode. It's got some crossover stuff in it. It's really cool. I'm not going to be showing it off. It is really cool, though. If we press Y, we'll ascend it. But if we go back in, I'll show you, we end up here. We can go around, finish anything we want to. If you're at this point, it is too late to complete the DLC. You can't have attacked and killed Crisanta yet, or defeated Crisanta at least. But we can go wherever, or we can press Y on the screen and go to New Game Plus. If you do that, let me just murder this guy. You open this pit once you with the ground pound. That's basically what it is. I know it's a downward slash, this attack, but it's a ground pound. Let's be honest there. And you can unlock this door. You will unlock additional bosses to complete around Custodia. And then Deogracias will be up here and be like, what the fuck? How is that even possible? Yeah. Hello, Crow. So, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed Blasphemous.